Hey, this is going to be a really, really quick video because I have to put my kids to bed. But we need to have a little talk, guys. Now, a year ago, I was telling everybody that we were going to correct to 3200, okay? 3280 specifically. I said 3 to 4K, and then I said the low 3Ks, and then it was probably the beginning of the summer, just before this. No, it was about the beginning of the summer when I specifically had started focusing on the 32 to 3400 range, eventually settling on 3280. People used to say, you're an idiot, Bitcoin's never going to go down low again, you stupid bears, blah, 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 you're a fudster, blah, blah, blah. And I would tell people they were idiots. Well, we've come to a point, and we've come full circle. We have idiots again, guys. We've now bottomed exactly where I said we were going to bottom, exactly where several people thought we were going to bottom, or at least close to it. They might have not been as accurate, but, pretty close. Now we have people who are saying, when they're looking at certain analyses I'm putting out, where I say, like, all right, well, this is my Bitfinex chart, where I said this is a scenario where either we finish this wave 5 and then correct really far and go $600 to $1,000 down, or we drop $600 to $1,000 down now. And be like, oh, we're never going that low. You're an idiot. You're just a bear. You don't know what you're talking about. So let me explain something to you. That isn't how it works. We have bottomed at 3,200. We're not going lower than that again. There's a very bright future in 2019 for crypto, and 2020 and 2021 and 2022. We have a great future in front of us, guys. But what you don't seem to understand is that you don't just go up. It's not how it works. So people who are like, oh, we're not going to correct that far. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a bear. Okay, you're just an idiot because we are going to correct that far. What do you think happened in 2017? Do you think that we just went up in the middle of the exploding market in the bull run at the end of 2017? What do you believe happened? Because apparently you don't really understand how markets work in any capacity whatsoever. So let me schools you. Let me learn you a little something. This was the end of 2017, right? Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, shall we? My babies are crying, and I have to feed them and put them to bed. So I'm going to be really quick. Jen, are you in there? I'm finishing up here. Jesus. All right. So we were running up, right? This is November of 2017. From September to November, we went up 126%. Guess what happened next? We didn't go up another 100%. We dropped. And we dropped over 30%. In the course of 3 days, we lost 30% value of Bitcoin, right? Okay, then we went up 110% in 16 days. And guess what happened next? We dropped 24% in 12 hours. 12 hours, we lost 24%. Then what happened? We ran up 100%. Nice run. Did we keep going after that? Another 200% because we never correct? No, we dropped down 28% in 2.5 days. And then we made the next push up, 40% up, another 16% down, and then the final push up to 20,000 before we started a major correction. Guys, we're going to correct. We're going to move up a lot. This is great. We're going to keep moving up and making money. I'm very excited. But stop telling me that we're not going to correct. We're not correcting. We're just going to go up. You're a bear, you stupid bear head. You are a moron, okay? You don't understand how any of this stuff works. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm telling you what is an objective reality. I'm giving you factual data, and I'm giving you statistical data. The factual data is we have big corrections all the time. That's what happens in the past, and I can show them to you. They're quantifiable. They're qualitative. They're right in front of you. You can see them. And now, from a probability perspective, I'm telling you that there's a very high probability we're going to have the same type of corrections in the future. As we move up, we're going to see substantial retracements. That's what's going to happen. It's a fact. Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's how markets work in general. That's how this market specifically works. We've seen it before, and you'll see it again. So just looking at this market now, looking at what I see for potential in 2019, I've talked about how huge I see this wave 3 by the end of the summer. We can be in the high 8s, possibly even 9,000. So there's a lot of happy things in the future to be excited for. A lot of happy news to come out, a lot of big pumps. It's going to be fantastic. But right now, from our bottom, right, to right now, it's been 6 months or so, and 5 months, we've gone up 65%. So for us to retrace now to this wave 4 target that I gave before of 12% isn't even that much. So just really quick, if you look at wave 3 and do a fib retracement, if we were to retrace right now to the 382 retracement, that's only a 12 or 13% retracement. You guys tell me there's no way we're going down to 4,600. That's only 12 or 13%, guys. 12 or 13% after going up 70%. It's not that much. And if we get a really shallow retracement and only retrace to the 236, which we already did, and move up from there, great. That just means we're really bullish. But eventually, when we finish this full primary wave 1 and we have the wave 2 retracement, if we go down to the 236 retracement, that's only 10%. The 382 is 16%. That's probably more like it. So we are going to have these big drops. If anything, I would say what is very possible, if we're extremely bullish, we get up to 6,000 and we drop down like 700 to 900, 700 to 1,000 down to 5,100. We could go down to 4,740 at the 382 retracement. That's very possible. That doesn't mean I'm a bear. That doesn't mean crypto's dead. That means that crypto is going to utterly explode and we're all going to make a shit ton of money. But in the meantime, there are going to be corrections. Stop telling people that they're bears or fudsters, although I haven't heard idiots use the term FUD anymore, which is good because I was about to blow my own brains out. You guys get the point, right? It happened before. It'll happen again. Relax. Enjoy this. We're going to keep going up and it's going to be wonderful. But there are going to be pretty big corrections in the middle. So be prepared. If anything, you got to learn how to implement my past strategy, which is personal asset short selling, PASS, PASS. Instead of margin trading, instead of going and borrowing a Bitcoin from an exchange to sell it at 10,000 and buy it back at 8,000, keep the extra 2,000 and pay them back their Bitcoin. That's what margin trading is. You're doing it with your own assets. You have a Bitcoin, so you're going to sell your own Bitcoin at $10,000 and buy back in at $8,000. All you're doing is selling and buying back that asset. You're not taking on a loan on a margin account. You're just using your own personal assets and short selling them to make a profit. You do that, you're making an additional 20% profit. You're either making $2,000 by selling for 10 and buying for 8, or you're making an additional 0.2 Bitcoin. You're selling a Bitcoin at 10,000 and buying 1.2 Bitcoin. You guys get the point. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. But if not, send me some hate mail. I'm always happy to read your hate tweets.